Hello, my name's Lynn Gillespie, and this week on the High Performance Garden Show Nuggets, we share with you how to make a tomato garden trellis and tie up your tomato plants. Here's a clip from the show. So I want to show you the trellis that we put in. We just put this in last night. So what we have here is we have these posts are driven a foot into the ground, and then this post is setting with the screw setting in there about a foot. And then that comes up to some crossbar, and that's going to be our support. It's really nice and solid. You probably could use the Easy Trellis system here. I wanted to try something different, and so we had these parts available, so that's what we did. So what we're going to do is we're going to trellis up the tomatoes and the squash. All right, so what we want to do is we want to go ahead and tie the tomatoes to the trellis. This poor tomato plant, the wind blew so hard before the rains that it actually broke the stick that I had it tied to. So we're not getting any support from that at all. So it's time to tie them up. So let me get some stuff here. All right, so to tie up these tomatoes, I want to get the pot set where I want that, and you can use, this is a baler twine that we use, so you can use that, or if you need to know or need a source for some string that will work for this, there is a link on our recommended products page, and you can go there and find the proper string for stringing up tomatoes. So anyways, in order to do this, I used the vegetable tomato clips, and these have little slits in the side. There's also on the recommended page, there's a link for these, so you can find these. I use the black ones, and I also use the orange ones, and either will work just fine for you, and there's a link I think to both, so you can go up there and get those. All right. So what we do here is we're going to take the string. There's two little teeth in the back here. We're going to set that string in those teeth, and then we're going to clamp this partway shut. Get my hand out of the way. We clamp that partway shut so the string is caught there, and then this goes on the bottom of the plant. So I'm going to put that right here on the bottom of the plant. Oh no, a weed. We'll give that to the sheep. And then we're going to take this string, and I'm going to get a little extra length here. And the string is going to go up over the bar, like this. And I'm going to put 2 clips at the top, because sometimes the clips break and then it drops my plants on the ground, and I think that's a little hard on the plants. Okay, and then I'm going to take my excess string, because that way if we want to lean in lower, we have a little extra string. We're going to roll this up. Lean in lower is where we only work with the plant between the pot and the top of the bar here, and if the plant starts to grow over the top of the bar, we actually lean it down and make it go sideways and then bring it back up. So it's just a really good method that a lot of professionals use to grow their tomatoes. Right. And then we're going to put a clip on the tomato plant. Same thing, you put the string in the teeth, you clip that around the plant. And what I'm looking for is an area that doesn't have blossoms, so I want to put it between a leaf and a leaf. I find if I put the clip near the fruit, it tends to sometimes break the fruit, so I like to put it in an area where there's just leaves. And then the next thing I'm going to do is come through and cut all the suckers off the plant. So the suckers are like little baby tomato plants that grow in the leaf joint. So if you follow the main stem, following the main stem, or this one's coming out of the ground, Follow the main stem up, you can find little baby plants trying to grow in the crotch of the leaves, and that's what I'm taking out. Those are called suckers. So this method is one root ball, one stem. So I'm just growing one stem all the way up, and I'm taking off all the extras. All right, let's do one more plant just to give you one more example. So we're going to do this one up here. All right, so we're going to start with some string. Take a clip, put the string in the teeth of the clip, clip the bottom of the tomato plant. Okay, then we're going to get some extra length. So cut that off there. Going to go up over the bar. If you want the plans for the Easy Trellis system, I will go ahead and put that link in the description below, and you can find that as well, because it's a really great way to build a trellis system for your plants if you don't have one. I'm going to put 2 clips at the top. And I will roll up the excess. The reason we roll up the excess is when we have a row of 50 plants and the strings are hanging down, they tend to tangle in our feet. So we've just learned just to roll that up and keep ourselves from tripping down the aisles. In our production houses, we grow about 50 plants at a time in a row. Okay, and then we're going to take off the suckers. I'm going to take off that one. You can see that sucker is right here. Here's the leaf, and here's the main stem, and there's that sucker right there. Once you get used to seeing these, you'll be able to recognize them really easily. Just take some time, and if you miss it this week, guess what? It'll still be there next week. You can catch it next week. And if you're not sure when you get to the top of the plant, I just leave the suckers. So I have this sucker right here, and I'm just going to leave that guy in case I break the top of the plant off. It can happen. You can break the tops out. So then I can clip that sucker next week. All right, and then I'm going to come up, put a clip on the top of the plant, and I'm going to put it here. So there's a leaf here, and so there's a leaf between the fruit and the clip. And that's pretty good. And if I don't like where I put this clip, I can just take it off and move it again next week if I want. So that's basically how this tomato growing system works. I've been using it for about 40 years now, and I really love it. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the other tomatoes tied up too. This clip is from the High Performance Garden Show Year 10, Week 4. If you'd like to watch the whole show, it's free, it's online, and you can enroll on our website at thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show.